Hi. So anyway, I found out there was one really big fight actually happening on Monday, the 6th of May. That is really a huge fight in the bantam, super bantam actually division between Naoya Inoue and Luis Nery. Nery, yeah. So Luis Nery used to be a champion at bantamweight, but yeah, I mean, he was not. He no, he wasn't knocked out there. He was actually knocked out by Brandon Figueroa at super bantamweight. All right, sorry, I think I mixed things up here. But anyway, he is mostly known for ending the career of Shinsuke Yamanaka in 2018. Yeah, that's right. That's when he won the WBC title, or 2017 first, actually, and then he destroyed Yamanaka twice, which was quite an amazing feat, of course. Yamanaka was undefeated at the time and was also a knockout artist, actually, a machine, destroying machine, more or less, even though, yeah, maybe he didn't knock out everybody, but still he had quite many knockouts in big fights. So, anyway, Luis Nery is 35 and 1 and 0. Just one loss to Brandon Figueroa in 21. But that was a big loss because he was knocked out by a body shot. It was a devastating loss. I mean, yeah. I see the scorecards were kind of divided at that time when the knockout happened. So, he wasn't really outclassed, maybe, but he was just, destroyed suddenly. And since then he's returned and yeah, scored a couple of good wins against Carlos Castro and Azat Hovhannisyan. He knocked him out in the 11th round last year. That was a pretty good fight, actually a really good fight. And he's now facing Naoya Inoue, the monster, at the Tokyo Dome. Not an easy task, of course. I mean, Inoue is 26 and 0 with all but 3 wins coming by knockout. 23 knockouts, of course. He destroyed Nonito Donaire recently, rather recently. He also was the first guy to beat Stephen Fulton and by TKO. And also in his last fight in December, he knocked out Marlon Tapales, who was, a pretty good fighter, but still, couldn't, compete with Inoue really in the end. So, the only people that have gone the distance against Inoue was Nonito Donaire, or Donaire as they say in the Philippines, and David Carmona. That was in an earlier fight at super flyweight, and Ryuichi Taguchi. That was in his only fourth fight for Inoue. So yeah, there you go. He's just an amazing fighter. He's got crazy talents when it comes to knocking people out, destroying his opponents. He's got that instinct, killer instinct. However, you might argue that he hasn't fought many punchers that were still in their prime. No, Donaire is a puncher, or was, but he was not in his prime. And he did give him a tough fight in the first time they fought. Even though, of course, Inoue did win, no doubt. But I mean, the thing is, Luis Neri has serious power, and might even be. I mean, apart from Donaire, of course, the hardest hitting fighter he has faced so far. That hard hitting he is. He also stopped McJoe Arroyo, by the way, and Juan Carlos Payano. Really, world class fighters, definitely. And as I said, Yamanaka Arthur Villanueva. He's got some really good names on his record, like Richie Mepranum also. I mean, he's won most of his biggest fights by knockout, by stoppage, actually, which is, kind of, impressive. So, he is 29 years of age, Nery Pantera, his nickname is 5'5", and the same reach. And Naoya Inoue is also 5'5", but he's got a 67-inch reach, so he's got 2.5-inch reach advantage, and that might be decisive, proved to be. However, Inoue is hardly a fighter that wins by using his reach so much. He comes in, he times you, perfectly, and throws his punches, and that's how he wins, knocks you out. So he's not some rangy, lanky guy who just jabs, 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 and then maybe lands a left hook or something. Nah, that's not his style. So I don't think that'll play that big a difference. Um, but of course, Inoue has not been beaten or knocked out, and Nery has. Even though, yeah, he got caught with a body punch, can happen to everybody, I guess. But as far as I remember, there was some rumors going, or not, maybe not just rumors about Nery using some kind of illegal, substances before when he was a bantamweight, especially. I think, I don't know, don't want to say that too much, but yeah, I know there have been, you know, stuff. There has been controversy linked to him also, even though he is by far not nearly the only one in the recent years. So yeah, to test positively for something illegal. Anyway, I mean, what can you say? Inoue is always the favorite. In any fight, probably. I mean, I think quite many people, especially in America, were giving Stephen Fulton good chances to beat him because he's a clever boxer, but he didn't come close. He was really dismantled. And Nery, as I said, he's got power, so if he should be able to connect, he can put Inoue down and hurt him, but it's still, I don't think that's enough. This guy is a beast, so you need a little bit more than that, probably. And if Nery can do that, I guess he is a good finisher. Otherwise, he wouldn't be having so many stoppages, knockouts, and some of them, quite many actually, in the early rounds, like the both against Yamanaka and some of these guys that I already mentioned, uh, Arroyo and Villanueva. Well, Villanueva was not in the sixth round, but anyway, Mepranum, yeah. So, yeah, which that is also kind of unusual for a Mexican fighter. He holds many victories over good Filipino fighters, Nery. So, but this time he is up against Japanese samurai ninja. So yeah, I mean, being only 2 years older, that's not a big thing, of course. He's still in his prime. But yeah, I don't. I mean, I can see a chance that for Nery to win, but I don't really expect him to win. Of course, he's got a puncher's chance, but I don't think so. I don't think he will be able to win. Maybe will rattle, once or twice. That I can see, but will eventually break him down and stop him. I think probably the fight will go, like nine, 8, 9, 10 rounds, something like that. But I expect Inoue to just, eventually, after a few close or competitive rounds, 4 or 5 rounds, maybe with Nery having some, output, you know, landing some shots, it will be. Yeah, I mean, Inoue will just take over after that and start breaking him down, and he'll break him down eventually, of course. So that's my prediction. Yeah, really quite exciting, matchup. But will it prove to be an exciting fight? Yeah, that remains to be seen. Doesn't necessarily always turn out to be so, but of course we got two punchers and Nery who is out to prove something. He's out to prove himself. Yeah, at this weight, and of course, out to keep his, to solidify his status as pound for pound, one of the best. Yeah, top five. I would say he does definitely deserve to be considered as a top five pound for pound boxer. So there you have it. That's all for now. So I say Inoue will most likely stop Luis Neri, but probably not very early in the fight. Alright, so take care and see you soon.